Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a declutter video. Now, I recently uploaded a makeup inventory, so I'll link to that right up there in case you haven't seen it. Now, after that, I went through all of my makeup and decided what I wanted to keep, and then there was definitely a bunch of stuff that I knew I was never going to use that's just old, wrong color, you know, whatever it might be. So I have this huge basket of stuff here that I'm just going to get rid of. Either pass it on to friends if it's still good, or throw it away if it's old and yucky and you can't really sanitize it. So I'm just going to try and get through this stuff quickly, but I did have a couple of people tell me that they were interested in this kind of video. I know I enjoy watching declutter videos, so hopefully this is something that is of interest to you, but let's just get into it. So I'm just going to kind of pull at random here. I don't have these separated into different categories. I hope that's all right. But the first thing that I'm going to show you is my OCC lip tar, and as you can see it's kind of just exploded. The side of the tube kind of split open, and as you can see, it's kind of just all spilled out here. I was going to get rid of this, I think, anyways, because I really didn't like the formula of this. And I know this is kind of a cult classic here on YouTube. A lot of people talk about how much they love these. I was not a fan. This was the color like Black Dahlia or something. It was really dark, and I just thought it looked really streaky and patchy, and I could never get it to look right. So I was going to get rid of this anyways, and then when I went to pull it out, I noticed that it had split open. Fortunately, it did not leak all over my makeup, but I just kind of squeezed it a little bit, and it, you know, kind of exploded on me. So this is definitely needing to go in the trash. Here's something from J-Cat Beauty. This is their Liptitude 24/7 lip stain. This was a really weird formula. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I really just didn't like it. It's really, really thick, and the color, well, I think is really pretty. It just looked really bizarre on me. I didn't like how this looked, and I didn't like how it felt, so this is going. I have two All My Eyeshadow trios. They're just really old, and I really just gravitate towards palettes over little quads or trios or anything like this size. So I just need to get rid of them. I don't like this one at all, really. This one is for green eyes, yes. And I think that lid color is just not very flattering. I'm not a big fan of it, so these are going bye-bye. Here are two really, really old eyeshadow quads from Ulta. I think these were a free gift at some point. This one I definitely didn't like the color of, and this one I think the colors are kind of pretty, but they're just really old, and again, I just like palettes a lot better, so these are just taking up room. Here's another eyeshadow quad from Ulta. This one's pretty new, actually. They're just not colors that I really gravitate towards, so I'm just going to try and pass this on to somebody that might use it. All right, I think this is the last eyeshadow from Ulta. This was a single that I purchased. This is the color Trendsetter. It's getting pretty old, and the pigmentation on this is not great. So it's just, well, I guess there it looks kind of okay. I don't know. I just never use it, so I'm going to try and pass it on. All right, I think this is the last eyeshadow product that I have that I'm going to be getting rid of. This is from e.l.f. It is one of their Flawless eyeshadow quads, and I don't know why I bought this. Look at those colors. I mean, they're pretty, but just never something that I would wear. I think I bought this for like less than $1 at Target recently. Well, within like the last year, so not super recently. But that's what it looks like. I think this color, actually the top one is kind of pretty, but that lid shade, this really, really bright blue one, I don't know what I was thinking with that. So I'm gonna try and pass that one along. Here are three more lip glosses. Two of them are the Ulta brand. This one I haven't even opened yet. It's the color Sheer Opal, and I really just don't like that color. I think it's kind of funky looking, so I don't even want to try and put that on my lips. I'll see if maybe somebody else I know likes it. And this one's just getting really old. It's called Stellar, and it is actually kind of pretty, but again, it's just old, and I don't like lip gloss that much, so I just know I'm not going to use it, so it's going. And then this one from Mary Kay also is kind of getting old, and I really, really don't like this color. I remember putting it on when I first got this and thinking, whoa, this is not gonna work for me. I'm a little bit more adventurous with lip colors now than I was when I got this, but still I don't really like it, so it's just gonna go. I thought those were the last lip glosses that I was getting rid of, but I actually have two more. This one is from L'Oreal, and it's one of their infallible lip colors. It's like those duo ones that they used to have. I don't think they make these anymore, but it's kind of this funky like two-step thing, and here's like the balm part. These kind of things have been around forever. I've tried the Maybelline one recently, and I do really like that one, but this one I was not a big fan of, and this is like a lip gloss kind of thing. This is in the color Auburn, and I didn't like it. I thought the color of the packaging was pretty, so I thought I would, but I really don't. And then this is a Revlon lip gloss. This is the color Smoky Topaz. It's one of their HD lip glosses. I really, really hated this formula. It was really sticky, and I think the smell was kind of funky. I can't even smell it now, so maybe that wasn't the issue. But I remember really not liking this, and I don't like the color very much either. I think it was just really heavy, if I'm recalling correctly. I think it was just a really heavy gloss, and I didn't like the way it felt. So this just needs to go, because I will never wear it. Here's a blush from Milani. Now, I love these baked blushes from Milani. Luminoso is an absolutely beautiful color. I've used that one quite a bit. But this one is in the color Dolce Pink, and I just cannot get this to look good on me, so I'm going to try and pass it on to somebody. I think with a little bit darker skin tone, this would look really pretty. And it is pretty glittery, but I don't know, it just always looks way too intense on my cheeks, and I just like look like a clown when I wear it. So I'm going to be passing this one along, like I said, to hopefully somebody that will use it, because it is nice. I do really like this formula. This is the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. I think everybody on YouTube that I've seen do a review on this hated this, and I wish I would have watched more reviews before I bought this, but this came out last year when the brow thing was kind of just starting to come to the drugstore, so there wasn't a whole lot to choose from, but I hate this thing, just like I said, like most of YouTube does too, it seems. And I really just hate it because of this really weird spoolie or brush or whatever you want to call it, if that focuses. It's just this really strange ball. Like if you have really thin brows, like especially like at the tails, like this just is not going to work. And I really could never figure out how to use this correctly. So it's going. Here's a highlighter from Revlon. This is the highlighting palette in the color Rose Glow. I can't say that I like this one, and I have hardly used it, and I feel bad that I'm not going to use it anymore, but I just know that I won't. I typically prefer like a gold to a champagne colored highlight, and this is pretty pink. And there's just so much glitter in here. I like shimmery highlights. I do like an intense highlight sometimes, but I just don't like all this glitter that's in here. So I just know I'm not going to use it. Here's another blush. This is from Evelyn Iona, I think, right? Is that who it's from? Yes. This is the cream blush in the color Ash. This was something I got from Ipsy, and I think the color is stunning. I absolutely love this color. It's just really, really hard to work with. I didn't like how it blended out, because it really just didn't blend out, if I'm remembering correctly, and it was really hard to pick up on my brush too. This little pot is so small, like the L Small Step brush was probably the only blush that could really fit in here, so it would just not pick up on that brush, or really, I think maybe I tried a couple other brushes, so it's just not a very good product, unfortunately. I think it's just all dried out, so maybe this one's just old, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't working for me, so it's going. I have 3 of these e.l.f. All Over color sticks. 2 of them are like kind of foundation-y kind of colors. I have Honey and Spice. And I was thinking that I was going to be using these for contouring when I first bought these. And they are definitely not the right color for contour. I mean, this is just a couple shades darker than me. And this one might even be my real color. I don't know, maybe that's still a little too dark too. But either way, I really didn't like these. Obviously they are not for contouring. They were only $1, so I really have no problem just throwing them away. And then the other e.l.f. stick that I have is in the color Spotlight, and it's a highlighter. And I've used this a few times. It just smells really weird, and the texture is really kind of greasy, so I don't really like to put that on my face. So this is just gonna get tossed too. Here's something from NYX. I actually made a video on this like so long ago. It's kind of actually embarrassing how terrible that video is. But if I remember, I will link it up there so you can go have a laugh. But this is the NYX Wonder Stick. It's their highlighter and contour stick. And I hated this thing. And I did mention that in that video. I didn't like this from the get-go. That sounded really strange. I feel like I'm talking really fast again, and I know I usually talk fast. I'm gonna try and slow it down. So sorry if I'm just kind of breezing through this, but I have a lot and I wanna get through everything. Anyways, let's get back to this product. This is what the contour stick looks like. The contour side I really did use quite a bit. I tried to get it to work, and it just like blended away so easily. I felt like you couldn't even see it after you kind of blended it in. And the highlighter was just kind of gross. It was really oily and greasy. So just overall, I like NYX, but overall this was a really big fail for me. Here's a product that I'm really sad that I can't use. This is the Benefit Big Easy BB Cream. This is in the color 05, I think is just what it's called. I love this formula. I have, I think, 03 or something like that. And that's a much better color match for me, and I just finished using it up today. I love that thing. Just the texture on this all day, I just want to like touch my face because it just leaves such an awesome texture. This one is just too dark for me, so it's not going to work, but I definitely am considering purchasing a full size of this stuff because it's really, really great. Here are 2 more foundations that are just way too dark for me. The first one is from CoverGirl. It's the Ultra Smooth Hair Smoothing Foundation. I got this one from Influencer last year, and this is in the color 825 Buff Buff Beige. And I wore this a fair amount. I've probably used at least a third of this bottle, but it's just really too dark and it makes me look kind of funny, so it just needs to go. The catchphrase for this video is just, it needs to go. I feel like I'm saying that after every product, so I apologize. But this is another foundation that is just too dark for me. It is the e.l.f. HD Mattifying Cream Foundation. This was the color Sand. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. But there you go. I mean, maybe it looks okay on camera, I can't really tell, but it's definitely too dark for me. I think it's a little too peachy colored too, so maybe I can find somebody that this would match better, but otherwise I will just probably toss it. All right, just a few more items. I have two more eyeshadows. This one is from Mary Kay, and it is a cream eyeshadow, and the pigmentation on this just kind of sucks. So, there you go. I don't know if it's even going to come across on camera, but it really just blends away so easily. I have a lot of other cream shadows that I like so much better than this, so I don't have any problem getting rid of it. This one is in the color Apricot Twist. Then here's the last eyeshadow that I have. This is from Urban Decay, and it is their old packaging. This thing is so old. It's probably 7 or 8 years old by now. And it is in the color Chopper, and I really do like this color. I'm surprised I never hit pan on this, but it's really, really pretty. If you can see it right there, I use this so much. This actually might be my second pan of these that I bought. I don't remember, but I know I used to use this all the time. I really, really loved it. But like I said, it's super old, and I actually have the same color in the Ammo palette, so I'm totally okay getting rid of this. It needs to go, even though, I don't know, it's a little nostalgic. I think maybe, did I wear this at my wedding? No, I don't. Did I? I don't remember. I might have. I wish I remembered the makeup that I wore that day, but I don't. But I used to really, really love this eyeshadow, but it's really just time to throw it away. All right, two more items, and they are actually both from Ipsy bags. This was the Manicadar Sheer Glow Lotion. Now, this was kind of a cool product, and I remember being really excited to try it, and I did use quite a bit of it, but it just doesn't do anything for me, I don't think. It's supposed to kind of give you this glowy look, and I don't think it ever really did much for me, so I just know I'm not going to use it, so it's going. And the very last thing that I'm going to declutter right now is from Hikari. Again, this was another thing from an Ipsy bag. This was an eyeliner. I think this is the color Storm. This was hands down the worst thing I've ever gotten in an Ipsy bag, and this was only, I think, in my second Ipsy bag ever. This eyeliner just does not work. You have to press so hard to get any kind, oh, as I just break it. You just have to press so hard to get any kind of pigmentation, and I remember trying it on my eyes, and I just could not get it to like transfer onto my eyes at all. It was ridiculous how horrible this stuff was. So I'm very happy to be throwing that one away. So that is everything that I'm going to be decluttering as of right now. I probably could go through again and get rid of some more stuff, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm kind of a hoarder at heart. Like, seriously, I really do. Like, I have a hard time getting rid of like stuff that is nostalgic to me, that just reminds me of things. You know, I have memories attached to some of this makeup. So I really just don't want to throw it away though. So I am really proud of myself for even thinking about throwing away this Urban Decay eyeshadow, because I do have a lot of memories attached to it, but I just know that this needs to go, and I do have the same color in that Ammo palette, so I think that's why I'm okay. I'm throwing it away, but like I said, I probably could get rid of a whole lot more, but I don't know. I'm not ready to do that quite yet. But thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this video today. Please subscribe to my channel. We can also connect on Instagram. There'll be a link down there somewhere, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!